fall. I am a snowdrop swirling wildly. Every breeze throws me around. Must I forever be a wave, Lord, or a snowdrop tossed around? Why must I be a wave, oh dear Lord, or a snowdrop in the storm?
Man does not realize that he is not the wave, but the ocean itself, that he is bliss. Bhagavan has said that the key, when turned towards the world, locks us, but when turned towards God, unlocks us from sorrow and misery. God sends many reminders.
Hallelujah, 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 hallelujah,
Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow. All your ways are good. All your ways are sure. I will trust in you alone. Higher than my sight, high above my life. I will trust in you alone. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah. Light into the world, light into my life. I will live for you alone. You're the one I see, knowing I will find all I need in you alone. In you alone. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I'll serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah. In you there's life everlasting. In you there's freedom for my soul. In you there's joy, unending joy. And I will follow. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I serve. If this life I lose, I will follow. Where you go, I'll go. Where you stay, I'll stay. When you move, I'll move. I will follow you. Who you love, I love. How you serve, I serve. If this life I lose, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow you. Yeah, I will follow
Bhagavan blesses all of you.
అందరూ చేరి ఒక పాట మేరకు
Bhagavan wants all students to sing together in chorus.
వన్ సాంగ్
Once.
కడుపు నిండింది ఈ పాటల వల్ల
Bhagavan's appetite, hunger is fully satiated with this melodious singing.
गणानां त्वा गणपतिगुं हवामहे कविं कवीनामुपमश्रवस्तमम् ज्येष्ठराजं ब्रह्मणां ब्रह्मणस्पत आनः शृण्वन्नोतिभिः सीदसाधनम् प्रणो देवी सरस्वती वाजेभिर्वाजिनीवती धीनामवित्रयवतु गणेशाय नमः सरस्वत्यै नमः श्रीगुरुभ्यो नमः हरिः ओम् सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यङ्करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै
ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। अथ पुरुषो ह वै नारायणो कामयतः प्रजा सृजेयेति। नारायणात् प्राणो जायते मनः सर्वेन्द्रियाणि च। खं वायुर्ज्योतिरापः पृथिवी विश्वस्य धारिणी। नारायणात् ब्रह्मा जायते नारायणाद् रुद्रो जायते नारायणादिन्द्रो जायते नारायणात् प्रजापतयः प्रजायन्ते नारायणाद्वादशादित्या रुद्रावसवः सर्वाणि च छन्दागुंसि नारायणाद्देव समुत्पद्यन्ते नारायणे प्रवर्तन्ते नारायणे प्रलीयन्ते। ॐ अथ नित्यो नारायणः ब्रह्मा नारायणः शिवश्च नारायणः शक्रश्च नारायणः द्यावा पृथिव्यौ च नारायणः कालश्च नारायणः दिशश्च नारायणः ऊर्ध्वश्च नारायणः अधश्च नारायणः अन्तर्बहिश्च नारायणः। नारायण एवेदगुं सर्वं यद्भूतं यच्च भव्यम्। निष्कलो निरञ्जनो निर्विकल्पो निराख्यातः शुद्धो देव एको नारायणः। न द्वितीयोऽस्ति कश्चित् य एवं वेद स विष्णुरेव भवति स विष्णुरेव भवति। ओमित्यग्रे व्याहरेत् नम इति पश्चात् नारायणायेत्युपरिष्टात्। ओमित्येकाक्षरम् नम इति द्वे अक्षरे नारायणायेति पञ्चाक्षराणि। एतद्वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदम्। यो ह वै नारायणस्याष्टाक्षरं पदमध्येति अनबभ्रुवः सर्वमायुरेति। विन्दते प्राजापत्यगुं रायस्पोषं गौपत्यम्। ततो मृतत्वमश्नुते ततो मृतत्वमश्नुत इति। य एवं वेद प्रत्यगानन्दं ब्रह्म पुरुषं प्रणवस्वरूपम् अकार उकार मकार इति। तानेकदा समभरत्तदेतदोमिति। यमुक्त्वा मुच्यते योगी जन्म संसार बन्धनात्। ॐ नमो नारायणायेति मन्त्रोपासकः वैकुण्ठभुवनलोकं गमिष्यति। तदिदं परं पुण्डरीकं विज्ञानघनम्। तस्मात् तदिदावन्मात्रम्। ब्रह्मण्यो देवकी पुत्रो ब्रह्मण्यो मधुसूदनो। सर्वभूतस्तमेकं नारायणम् कारणरूपमकार परब्रह्मोम्। एतदथर्वशिरो योधीते प्रातरधीयानो रात्रिकृतं पापं नाशयति। सायमधीयानो दिवसकृतं पापं नाशयति। माद्यन्दिनमादित्याभिमुखो धीयान पञ्चपातकोपपातकात् प्रमुच्यते। सर्ववेदपारायण पुण्यं लभते। नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति नारायण सायुज्यमवाप्नोति। य एवं वेद इत्युपनिषत्। सहनाववतु सहनौ भुनक्तु सह वीर्यं करवावहै तेजस्विनावधीतमस्तु मा विद्विषावहै। ॐ शान्तिः शान्तिः शान्तिः। ॐ योपां पुष्पं वेद पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वा अपां पुष्पम् पुष्पवान् प्रजावान् पशुमान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। अग्निर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यो अग्निरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वा अग्निरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। वायुर्वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यो वायोरायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वै वायोरायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। असौ वै तपन्नपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यो मुष्यतपत आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वा अमुष्यतपत आयतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। चन्द्रमा वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यश्चन्द्रमस आयतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वै चन्द्रमस आयतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। नक्षत्राणि वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यो नक्षत्राणामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वै नक्षत्राणामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। पर्जन्यो वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यः पर्जन्यस्यायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वै पर्जन्यस्यायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योपामायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। संवत्सरो वा अपामायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। यः संवत्सरस्यायतनं वेद आयतनवान् भवति। आपो वै संवत्सरस्यायतनम् आयतनवान् भवति। य एवं वेद योऽप्सुनावं प्रतिष्ठितां वेद प्रत्येव तिष्ठति। राजाधिराजाय प्रसंयसाहिने नमो वयं वै श्रवणाय कुर्महे। समे कामां कामकामाय मह्यम् कामेश्वरो वै श्रवणो ददातु कुबेराय वैश्रवणाय महाराजाय नमः। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ पुरुषस्य विद्मसहस्राक्षस्य महादेवस्य धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महादेवाय धीमहि तन्नो रुद्रः प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे वक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्दिः प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे चक्रतुण्डाय धीमहि तन्नो नन्दिः प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे महासेनाय धीमहि तन्नः षण्मुखः प्रचोदयात्। तत्पुरुषाय विद्महे सुवर्णपक्षाय धीमहि तन्नो गरुडः प्रचोदयात्। वेदात्मनाय विद्महे हिरण्यगर्भाय धीमहि तन्नो ब्रह्म प्रचोदयात्। नारायणाय विद्महे वासुदेवाय धीमहि तन्नो विष्णुः प्रचोदयात्। वज्रनखाय विद्महे तीक्ष्णदग्गुष्ट्राय धीमहि तन्नो नारसिंहः प्रचोदयात्। भास्कराय विद्महे महद्युतिकराय धीमहि तन्नो आदित्यः प्रचोदयात्। वैश्वानराय विद्महे लालीलाय धीमहि तन्नो अग्निः प्रचोदयात्। कात्यायनाय विद्महे कन्याकुमारी धीमहि तन्नो दुर्गिः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वः प्रचोदयात्। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः। ॐ स्वस्ति प्रजाभ्यः परिपालयन्ताम् न्यायेन मार्गेण महीं महिषाः। गोब्राह्मणेभ्यः शुभमस्तु नित्यम्। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु। ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः।
तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। भूर्भुवस्सुवः तत्सवितुर्वरेण्यम् भर्गो देवस्य धीमहि धियो यो नः प्रचोदयात्। భూర్భువస్సువః తత్సవితుర్వరేణ్యం భర్గో దేవస్య ధీమహి ధియో యో నః ప్రచోదయాత్.
गणेशचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
गणेशचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
शरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं नित्यस्मरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं सद्गुरुचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं भवभयहरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं गणेशचरणं परमपावनं सत्यसायिनं गजाननं
ఏది నేను కోరినా నా కోసం కాదు.
Bhagavan does not expect
ఏది
anything.
నేను చెప్పినా నా కోసం కాదు.
He doesn't say anything for
ఏది
himself.
నేను చేసినా నా కోసం కాదు.
Nothing is done for him.
నాకేది అక్కర్లేదు.
Bhagavan doesn't want anything.
కానీ నాకు ఒక్కటి మాత్రం కావాలి.
But Bhagavan wants one thing.
ప్రేమ మాత్రం నాకు కావాలి.
Bhagavan wants your love.
ప్రేమ కూడా not your property.
Love is not your property.
That is also my property.
Your love is Bhagavan's property.
हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना,
हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना,
हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना,
हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना,
साई तुम ही जानते,
साई तुम ही जानते,
साई तुम ही जानते,
साई तुम ही जानते,
दिलों की धड़कन तुम हो साई,
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 तुम हमारे प्राण हो,
तुम हमारे प्राण हो,
तुम हमारे प्राण हो,
हमारे प्राण हो,
हमको तुमसे प्यार है,
हमको तुमसे प्यार है,
We love you, dearest Lord, we love you. We love you, dearest Lord, we love you.
భగవంతుడు ఎక్కడ ఉన్నాడో అక్కడ కనిపించుకోకుండా, తెలుసుకోకుండా, మీరు తెలుసుకోకుండా ఎక్కడికో మీరు వెతికితే మాత్రం ఎక్కడ తిప్పుతాడు.
When you don't find God where you have to find, if you are in search of Him elsewhere,
ఎక్కడ
how do you
చూసినా
expect to
ఉన్నాడు
see
భగవంతుడు.
Him? God is everywhere.
అయితే
However,
ప్రేమ స్వరూపంతో ఉన్నాడు.
but He is the embodiment of
ఆ
love.
ప్రేమ దగ్గర పోయి నీ వెతుకు,
Search there where there is love.
ప్రేమతో వెతుకు.
Search with love.
విత్ గాడ్,
With God.
టు గాడ్,
To God.
ఫర్ గాడ్, ఫ్రమ్ గాడ్.
From
ఈ యొక్క
God.
దీంతో నువ్వు తీసుకుంటే అంతా గాడే.
నీవు లేని మా జీవనం,
నీవు లేని మా జీవనం,
నీవు లేని మా జీవనం,
నీవు లేని మా జీవనం,
నీరు లేని చేపవేదనం,
నీరు లేని చేపవేదనం,
నీరు లేని చేపవేదనం,
నీరు లేని చేపవేదనం,
నీ సన్నిధే మాకు పెన్నిధి,
నీ సన్నిధే మాకు పెన్నిధి,
నీదు చూపే ప్రాణ సమానం,
నీదు చూపే ప్రాణ సమానం,
నీకు మాకు ఒకే బంధము,
నీకు మాకు ఒకే బంధము,
అది ప్రేమ బంధము.
మీరు చేయవలసిన సాధన ప్రేమ తత్వమే.
It's only what we have to achieve
లవ్
is this
లవ్
love.
లవ్ లవ్.
हमको तुमसे
प्यार कितना, हमको तुमसे प्यार कितना,
साई तुम ही जानते,
साई तुम ही जानते,
दिलों की धड़कन तुम हो साई,
दिलों की धड़कन तुम हो साई,
ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा चांद और सूरज तुमने बनाए नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई शिरडी पलती तुमने बनाई शिरडी पलती तुमने बनाई ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा चांद और सूरज तुमने बनाए नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए नदियाँ सागर तुमने बनाए ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा अयोध्या नगरी तुमने बनाई द्वारका नगरी तुमने बसाई शिरडी पलती तुमने बनाई शिरडी पलती तुमने बनाई ब्रह्मांड नायका बाबा प्रतिपुरीश्वर बाबा
जननी माँ साई जननी माँ 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 जननी जननी माँ साई जननी माँ प्रेमवाहिनी माँ ध्यानवाहिनी धर्मवाहिनी माँ ध्यानवाहिनी प्रशांति वाहिनी चिर सुखदायिनी प्रशांति वाहिनी प्रशांति वाहिनी चिर सुखदायिनी प्रशांति वाहिनी चिर सुखदायिनी जय जय साई माँ जय जय साई माँ जननी माँ साई जननी माँ जननी माँ साई जननी माँ जननी माँ साई जननी जननी माँ साई जननी जननी माँ साई जननी प्रेमवाहिनी माँ ध्यानवाहिनी माँ धर्मवाहिनी माँ ध्यानवाहिनी प्रशांति निलया चिर सुखदायिनी प्रशांति निलया चिर सुखदायिनी जय जय साई माँ जय जय साई माँ जननी माँ साई जननी माँ जननी माँ साई जननी साई 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 साई
बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी, जटा में गंगाधारी, झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी, जटा में गंगाधारी, त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजावे, त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए। डम 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 डमरू बजा, डम 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 डमरू बजा। गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय। गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। ओम नमः शिवाय ओम नमः शिवाय। बोलो बोलो सब मिल बोलो ओम नमः शिवाय। झूठ जटा में गंगाधारी, त्रिशूलधारी डमरू बजाए। डम 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 डमरू बजा। गूंज उठा ओम नमः शिवाय। 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 हरि ओम नमः शिवाय।
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार,
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार,
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार,
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार।
सत्य साई की जय जयकार,
सत्य साई की जय जयकार,
सत्य साई की जय जयकार,
सत्य साई की जय जयकार।
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार,
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार,
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार,
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार।
महावीर की सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार।
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार,
अल्लाह अल्लाह करो पुकार,
सत्य साई की जय जयकार,
सत्य साई की जय जयकार,
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार,
यीशु पिता की जय जयकार,
महावीर की जय जयकार,
महावीर की जय जयकार,
सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सौराष्ट्र की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार,
सर्वधर्म की जय जयकार।
अल्लाह अल्लाह
करो पुकार।
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा,
हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा,
साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा,
हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा,
साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, सत्य साई है नाम तुम्हारा, शिरडी साई अवतारा, हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सबका पालनहारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई हमारा हम साई के ऐसा प्रेम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, सत्य साई है नाम तुम्हारा, शिरडी साई अवतारा, हिंदू मुस्लिम सिख ईसाई सबका पालनहारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई राम हमारा, साई हमारा,
जय जय हनुमान जय हनुमान
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 मारुति राया जय हनुमान
मारुति राया जय हनुमान
महानुभावा जय हनुमान
महानुभावा जय हनुमान
वायुकुमारा जय हनुमान
वायुकुमारा जय हनुमान
वानरवीरा जय हनुमान
वानरवीरा जय हनुमान
अंजनी पुत्रा जय हनुमान
अंजनी पुत्रा जय हनुमान
अति बलवंता जय हनुमान
अति बलवंता जय हनुमान
श्री राम दूता जय हनुमान
श्री राम दूता जय हनुमान
श्री राम भक्ता 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 जय हनुमान
जय जय हनुमान 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 जय हनुमान
मारुति राया जय हनुमान
मारुति राया जय हनुमान
महानुभावा जय हनुमान
महानुभावा जय हनुमान
वायुकुमारा जय हनुमान
वायुकुमारा जय हनुमान
वानरवीरा जय हनुमान
वानरवीरा जय हनुमान
अंजनी पुत्रा जय हनुमान
अंजनी पुत्रा जय हनुमान
अति बलवंता जय हनुमान
अति बलवंता जय हनुमान
श्री राम दूता जय हनुमान
श्री राम दूता जय हनुमान
श्री राम भक्ता 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 जय हनुमान
जय जय हनुमान जय हनुमान
Is it awesome, God, you reign from heaven above with wisdom, power, love, our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God, He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, love, our God is an awesome God. Is an awesome God, He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom, power, and love. Our God is an awesome God. Our God is an awesome God. He reigns from heaven above with wisdom.
शिवकुमारणे शक्ति पालने वा वा वा
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 शरवण पवकुग षण्मुग वेला वा वा वा
शरवण भवतु षण्मुख वेला वा वा वा
शरवण पवकुग षण्मुग वेला वा वा वा
शरवण भवतु षण्मुख वेला वा वा वा
ओंकार तत्त्वमेनी वा 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 ओंकार तत्त्वमेनी वा 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 पुट्टपति पुरीश्वर शायिनाथा वा 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 पुट्टपति पुरीश्वर शायिनाथा वा 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 कंदा वा 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 मेला वा 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 साई वा 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 साई वा 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 शिवकुमारने शक्ति पालने वा वा वा
शिवकुमारणे शक्ति पालने वा वा वा
शरवण पवकुग षण्मुग वेला वा वा वा
शरवण भवतु षण्मुख वेला वा वा वा
ओंकार तत्त्वमेनी वा 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 पुट्टपति पुरीश्वर साईनाथा वा 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 कंदा वा 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 मेला वा 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 साई वा 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 साई वा 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 कंदा वा 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 मेला वा 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 साई वा 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 साई वा 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 शिवकुमारणे शक्ति पालने वा 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 शरवण पवकुग षण्मुग वेला वा वा वा
श्रीनारायण तु पुरुषोत्तम गुरु तो सिद्धबोध तो कंठ विनायक सविता पावक तु सविता पावक तु ब्रह्मवत्स तु योग शक्ति तु यशोदा प्रभु तो रुद्र विष्णु तो राम कृष्ण तो रहे बटाओ तो रहे बटाओ तो वासुदेव गुरु ईश्वरो बधु चिदानंद हरि दो अद्वितीय तो अकाल निर्भय आत्मलिंग शिव दो आत्मलिंग शिव दो आत्मलिंग शिव दो
असतो मा सत्यमया तमसो मा ज्योतिर्गमया मृत्योर्मा अमृतं गमया.
Om Shri Sai Ram. In his discourse on the 21st of November 1985, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba gave 10 guiding principles that should govern our lives. Join me in reciting these 10 guiding principles. Number 1. Love and serve your country. Do not be critical of others' countries. 2. Honor and respect all religions as pathways to God. 3. Love all humanity as part of your family. Know that humanity is a single community. 4. Keep your home and surroundings clean. 5. Help the needy with food, clothing, and shelter. Help them become self-reliant. 6. Be examples of honesty. Do not participate in any activity such as bribery or corruption. 7. Curb jealousy, envy, and hatred. 8. Develop self-reliance. Become your own servant before proceeding to serve others. 9. Adore God, abhor sin. 10. Observe your country's laws and be an exemplary citizen. Jai Sai Ram.
My most humble pranams at the lotus feet of our most beloved Lord, Sri Sathya Sai Baba, and my loving Sairams to you, brothers, sisters, respected elders, and children. I hope and pray with Swami's grace and blessings you and your families are keeping well. The announcements for this week is as follows. Gayatri chanting. The National Devotional Team humbly ask all devotees to continue with chanting the Gayatri Mantra 3 times a day, and if possible, in the 6 p.m. slot to chant collectively 108 times. Let us use this opportunity to make the Gayatri Mantra a part of our daily spiritual menu. Veda chanting. A reminder that online Veda chanting continues 3 times a day at 5 a.m., 6 p.m. and 8 p.m. Please take advantage of this beautiful opportunity to share in the divine vibrations and echoes. The Prayer for Healing WhatsApp group. Currently, many of our sisters and brothers are in need of prayer for healing. A WhatsApp group has been created and is fully operational. If you have a loved one or a friend who is in need of prayer, please contact any of the National Devotion Wing coordinators. The National Online Study Circle. All devotees are lovingly invited to participate in the upcoming study circle hosted by the National Ladies Forum. This is scheduled to take place on 19th September at 6:30 to 8, and the topic is Faith, the Ultimate Goal. The upcoming interactive talk. All devotees are lovingly invited to attend an interactive talk hosted by Dr. Rajan Kupan. This is scheduled to take place on the 26th of September between 6 and 8 p.m. and the topic is very relevant, faith and fear in the pandemic. Blood clinics. A loving reminder to all devotees that our blood clinics are reopening as there is a shortage of blood and there is a need to maintain blood stock. This will be done under strict COVID health rules and regulations. The National Young Adult Webinar. All devotees are lovingly invited to attend the following webinar session with Brother Shivendra Kumar. This is happening on the 19th of September between 1 and 2:30 p.m. and the topic is Being Happy and Peaceful. There is also an opportunity to pose questions. Please contact your National Young Adult Coordinator to find out more. The National Education Gurus Workshop. The National Education Wing will be hosting an arts and crafts workshop for all SSE gurus. The program will be a fun and open space for gurus to interact and share ideas with each other. The aim of the workshop is to help the gurus plan for their face-to-face and online lessons, while ensuring that the activities will keep their students excited and engaged during lessons. This is scheduled to take place on the 26th of September between 9 and 11 a.m. All devotees are lovingly invited to a special satsang where the organization will pay tribute to our lost loved ones. This is scheduled to take place on the 3rd of October between 4 and 6:30. This week's weekly Go Green message. Swami says, there can be no objection to man enjoying the resources of nature, but as a result of uncontrolled desires and reckless exploitation of natural resources, nature is exhibiting frightening disorders. Think about your heater usage. 40 minutes of your electric heater is equivalent to charging your phone 278 times. And lastly, I would like to hand you over to today's speaker. Our speaker for today is Brother Balan Naika, who is currently serving as the Regional President of Chatsworth Region 2. Jai Sai Ram.
I offer my humble pranams at the lotus feet of our Divine Mother and Father, Bhagavan Sri Sathya Sai Baba. Loving Sai Rams, respected elders, brothers, sisters, and our dear Sai Blossoms. My gratitude to Swami for affording me this opportunity to share with you this evening. In many discourses, Swami has said, my life is my message. In Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 10, Swami said, and I quote, my plan is to transmute you into seekers of truth. I am an example and an inspiration for whatever I do or omit to do. My life is a commentary of my message. Unquote. Swami's actions and conduct was his message. In his human form, he had managed to accomplish mammoth projects for the benefit of all. This was an illustration that being trapped in this human body should not be an impediment or limit us to achieve higher spiritual consciousness or the ability to render service to all beings. He not only led by example, but he had given us many tools to transform and realize that we are all divine. Swami had changed his statement of my life is my message to your life is my message. He has therefore placed this responsibility on our shoulders to ensure that if we call ourselves Sai devotees, that we must conduct ourselves and lead our lives in accordance with his teachings, and all of our actions are a reflection of him. Brothers and sisters, Swami has entrusted us with the opportunity to be his message. We are his children, and he wants the best for us. Just like Swami, who is our Divine Mother and Father, we also want our children to be upstanding members in society. And the only way our children can achieve this is by having good character and having love and compassion for fellow members of our society. We teach our children from an early age to distinguish right from wrong and have good morals and respect. Our children are sponges and absorb all the information, not only from what we say, but also from what we do. In order for our children to have good character, we ourselves have to be exemplars. Our Mother and Father Sai has done exactly that. He is the ultimate exemplar. In finding our way to his lotus feet, we all need to follow our given path, and he has given us Sai brothers and sisters from whom we can also seek inspiration. As we are on the eve of commencing with our month-long Pratasi fast, I will share with you on how Swami used this holy month as a start of my true spiritual journey to his lotus feet. Our region has a Sunday morning devotional program, and each week devotees share one of the 108 gems of Swami that has an impact on their lives. My gem is gem number 35. Om Sri Sai Sharanagata Taranaya Namaha. Who saves those who surrender? My journey to his lotus feet is not so different for many of you. My parents were devotees, and I also believed that Swami was God, but attended only Sunday satsang because my studies, sports, and social life had taken the rest of my time. I had suddenly had this yearning to see Swami, and through his will, I had the opportunity to visit Prashanti in 1993. And during this time, my closest interaction with Swami was handing him my letters. The first confirmation that he had taken over my life was when the contents of my letter started to unravel, and eventually every one of my desires and requests were fulfilled. Swami says, to whom much is given, much is demanded. And yes, after receiving these bountiful gifts, he had drawn me closer. I started attending satsangs regularly and started to participate in all activities. At the back of my mind, I still felt that I could not commit 100% because it meant that I had to give up my pleasures. I kept thinking about the things that I had to give up. I liked all of it, and by giving it up would make me a social misfit. I was so consumed about what I had to give up, I never thought about what I had to benefit. I kept making promises to slowly give these things up, but would always put it off. I heard at satsang and read that festivals and religious observations was a platform to be used to surrender your vices to Swami and for him to take over. And as it was the commencement of Pertasi, I decided to totally surrender to Swami. I prayed and asked Swami to guide me to becoming a better devotee. And within 3 months, he had given me the strength and determination to give up my indulgence in alcohol, cigarettes, and eating meat. I had lost a few friends along the way, but had gained an entire family, our Sai family. I felt liberated. My life had taken a 360-degree turn from what I had envisaged a successful life to be. This was only the beginning. I have learned that if you surrender at his lotus feet, Swami will take care of all your needs, thus creating more time for you to undertake your journey as a Sai aspirant without worry or fear. I had also learned that being an office bearer is not only about how eloquently you speak or how many quotes and mantras you recite, but by practicing and following his teachings, not only when we wear our white, but in all aspects of our lives. Swami says in Sathya Sai Speaks, Volume 9, and I quote, "Be an example to others. Do not scatter advice without the authority born of practical experience. Love, cooperate, help, and serve." Unquote. Swami also says that to be a devotee and to earn real respect, you should do what you say. First, be, second, do, and third, tell. Without the first be and the second do, you cannot merely tell. This I professed as I took on more leadership roles, and my litmus test was in 2010 in Prashanthi. As part of the Christmas Deco team, I was afforded the opportunity to be the operations coordinator in Prashanthi and had to decide on how to rotate the special darshan seating given to our team. We had decided that a fair way was to have a draw per region, and the seating was to be rotated so that everyone had a chance to sit in the front row. The seating was for Sevadals of the Deco team only. A few devotees from South Africa who went on the team tried to sit with our team, but I had politely asked them to leave. Without me knowing, one of the uncles from our team had brought my son to sit with us. I knew that I had to do what was right, and so applied the same rule and had to send my son back to where he had been sitting previously. The other team members pleaded that I keep him as he was just 8 years old, but I had to lead by example and insisted that he go back. I kept telling myself that this is Swami's test of my character, and I had no fear of any harm coming to my son, as Swami would want me to keep to my word, and he will take care of my son. As coordinators, we decided not to have a turn to get a front row seat, and due to the sacrifice, Swami rewarded us with Pada Namaskar on Christmas Day. I relate this to you today as a testament to the bliss that await us if we have explicit faith and conduct our duties without fear or favor. Swami will always be here for us, and that we should not seek excuses for us not to surrender our faults at his lotus feet. Do not procrastinate, surrender to him, and he alone can take away all your worries and fears. Swami has chosen us to be part of his mission. He has walked amongst us, spoke to us, led by example, and cares for us with love and compassion. Hundreds and thousands of devotees throng to Puttapati or attend satsangs, seeking relief from the longing of Bhagavan. This is Swami's calling card. People worship Swami from far and near, from every continent and country, from different races and religions, because Swami was and is still accessible to all who seeks his grace. No one is immune to his love. We are all here because of his personal invitation. He has become part of our lives without us asking. He has not asked for any joining fee or monthly subscriptions. There is no Black Friday specials, but his offer is one of bliss and happiness, provided we conduct ourselves in the way that is expected. When Swami said, "To whom much is given, much is demanded," He meant that we are held responsible for what we have. If we are blessed with talents, wealth, knowledge, time, and the like, it is expected that we use these well to glorify God and benefit others. Remember that we are all here today to celebrate the joy of having Swami in our lives and to pledge to him our unconditional love by being good examples in society. I will end with a quote by Swami, and I quote, "When you said yes to me, you gave up the right to be like everyone else. That is why you draw experiences to yourself that will cleanse yourself or that which does not fit who you are. Over and over again and again until I make you see that the past no longer works. I challenge you and tempt you every day with your past so that you may see that the past is an ultimate delusion. When you said yes to me, you gave me your body, your thoughts, your actions. When they don't suit the new you, the uncomfortableness is unbearable. It is so every time until you realize this fully. Then and only then will you completely give up desire. For this is the only way man will learn. Very seldom does he learn by quiet reminders. Man's desires and pitfalls are placed there so that I may do my work. When you give up totally, then the temptations will fade. I will never give up on you. Every slip will become harder to bear and less easily to remedy. You will tire of your foolishness because I love you, and whether or not completely aware of it, you did say yes." Unquote. Jai Sai Ram.
ॐ जय जगदीश हरे स्वामी सत्य साई हरे भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्तजना संरक्षक भक्ति महेश्वर ॐ जय जगदीश हरे शिवदना श्रीकरा सर्वा प्राणपति स्वामी सर्वा प्राणपति आश्रित कल्पलतिका आश्रित कल्पलतिका अवतारणव ॐ जय जगदीश हरे माता पिता गुरुदैवं पर्यन्तयो नीवे स्वामी पर्यन्तयो नीवे नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नाद ब्रह्म जगन्नाथ नागेन्द्राशरण ॐ जय जगदीश हरे ओंकार रूप साई महादेव सत्य साई महादेव मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल आरती अंदुको मंगल गिरिधारी ॐ जय जगदीश हरे नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ जय सद्गुरुदेवा नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण 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 ॐ नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण ॐ सत्य नारायण नारायण जय सद्गुरुदेवा शांति शांति समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु समस्तलोकाः सुखिनो भवन्तु ॐ शान्ति शान्ति शान्तिः जय बोलो भगवान श्री सत्य साई बाबा जी की जय।
परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थमिष्टार्थं मोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं हृदयाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थमिष्टार्थं मोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं हृदयाश्रयामि परमं पवित्रं बाबा विभूतिं परमं विचित्रं लीला विभूतिं परमार्थमिष्टार्थं मोक्षप्रदानं बाबा विभूतिं हृदयाश्रयामि।
ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। 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 ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे
सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्। ॐ साईश्वराय विद्महे सत्यदेवाय धीमहि तन्नः सर्वप्रचोदयात्।